Peace, peoples. Peace. Uploaded a couple videos to keep my foot on the Negro community. On the Negro community. Keep my foot on y'all neck until y'all wake the fuck up. But this video, y'all lucky. I ain't gonna get on y'all ass right now. But goddamn it, I'll be back to keep my foot on y'all necks in that black African American community and talk about the ratchetness that goes on in that community and who's the cause of it, who should we held accountable for all the foolishness. But let's get off that topic. I'm here to do a video for my elder today. My elders. I'm speaking for my elders today. To Congress. How about that? This video is to Congress today. How dare y'all? How dare y'all play with the elders' Social Security and Medicare and the SNAP benefits of some of the less unfortunate people that's in America. How dare y'all? See, y'all, once again, they use y'all for pieces on the chessboard. They shift y'all around, you know what I mean? Shift you here, shift you there. They setting up for election time, y'all. Ain't nothing but a big, like I said, politics. It's abracadabra, hocus pocus when you deal with the Congress. When it comes to politics, that's all it's about, y'all. You got the Democrats, you got the Republicans fighting like cats and dogs. Can't come up with no type of solution. So how they gonna tell a youth out in the streets or the people that's trying to help the youth with the gun violence to come up with a solution, and y'all can't even come up with a solution to aid the elderly and the veterans in the United States? How dare y'all come out y'all mouth and using Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security as a pawn to get what y'all want. Playing with people's lives. Once again. I'll wait. Well, we got evidence here that the U.S. aided to Ukraine total $68 billion to Ukraine. Total of $68 billion to a country for a war that they cannot win. The U.S. is aiding Ukraine to fight this war. Supplying them with weapons, supplying them with currency to buy the weapons, right? Supplying them with aid and all types of shit. But yet, over here in America, they can't come up with a solution for Social Security, Medicare, SNAP benefits, that the people of America was put in that position by you people. You playing with the people's livelihoods out here. That's what y'all doing. It goes back a couple years ago when it started. Playing with people's livelihoods out here. And I ain't gonna get into that because I don't want them to take my channel, flag my video for talking about y'all know what. The pandemic relief. Huh? Let's get to that. Let's get to the pandemic relief. That was caused by who? Who are we going to blame for causing that foolishness that slowed the economy down? Who we going to hold accountable, y'all? Y'all, we vote these people in. At some time in your life, You got to stand up for what you believe in. You got to stand up for your rights, ladies and gentlemen. They're using y'all as pieces on a chessboard, moving y'all around. When is the American people going to get fed up and overthrow the bull foolishness? When are the American people going to stand up and overthrow the foolishness? We are the people. Let's get to that. Let's get to that. But this video is for all my elderlies and all my veterans out there. They always use scare tactics when it comes to the peoples. Scare tactics. Y'all can't come up with a budget deficit, but y'all can send Ukraine a total of $68 billion. And Congress is asking for another $37.7 billion. That's $97.7 billion if Congress released this $37.7 billion. $97.7 billion aided to Ukraine if they released this $37.7 billion. They already gave them $68 billion. They got the economy crashed like a mofo. But these the people y'all elect. Two parties that can't come up with a solution. Two parties that's fighting amongst each other, but want the violence in the street to stop. Let's get to that. Let's get to that. Congress has passed 3 aid packages. The first in March, $13.6 billion was tacked onto the massive $1.5 trillion. The package in May, $40 billion. Which contained the major portion of the aid, was a standalone bill, y'all. So we got $13.6 billion in March. We got another $40 billion in May. The package in September was $13.7 billion, was attached to the continuing. That's crazy, y'all. It's designed to provide aid through December, when Congress will consider full-year bills. As the chart below shows, the 3 packages total $68 billion. On November the 15th, the administration submitted a new aid request of $37.7 billion, which, if passed, would bring the total to $105.5 billion. $105.5 billion. And the new aid package is designed to last through the end of the year, September the 30th, 2022. That was in 2022. We're in 2023 now. However, at the current rate of spending $6.8 billion per month, this would last until about May. At that point, unless the war has ended or settled they come to an agreement, the administration would need to ask for additional money if this war keep going. So y'all wondering where the money at? There it is right there, ladies and gentlemen. It's right there, y'all. Follow the money trail, y'all. Follow the money trail. We was all taught that. You see? They ate these motherfuckers with all types of shit, y'all. Yeah. They ate these motherfuckers with all types of shit, y'all. That's where all the money's at, y'all. That's where the peoples of America hard-earned money is going to fund this war. And we got to collect some of that money back by doing what? We got to use a scare tactic to get the elderlies and the veterans back on track. For what, y'all? For what, y'all? It's always premeditated, y'all. For what? For the election in 2024. Hello? It's politics, y'all. They play with people's. They play with people's livelihoods, man. That's what they do. That's the name of the game. Elect me to be your mayor or to be your senator or to be your president or to be your vice president. And once I get in there, you know what you can do. You know what you can do. All this money. And they ain't even including the aid that they gave to the Afghanistan refugees or migrants, should we say. They ain't even including the money they gave to the migrants that crossed the border, that they flew in America and gave them what? Food, shelter, clothing, and other resources for currency, right? And here it is. The people of America was born and raised in this country. And we can't even get aid. Not only can we only get aid, y'all always playing with our senior citizens and elderly people and our veterans. To fight a war for America, and this is how y'all treat our veterans that went up there and put their lives on the line, lost friends in the war, fighting for America, the land of the free, but come back home and can't even get a bowl of oatmeal. I can't even get medical for my leg that got blown off in the war. I was fighting for America. Or a limb that was took off for fighting for America. This is how y'all repay us with these scare tactics every time a presidential election is about to come up. When both parties are fighting at each other's necks like cats and dogs. And we, the people, see this. And then we wonder why our kids are off the hook. It starts in the house, right? It starts in the house, right? And I ain't talking about the African American community. I'm talking about the U.S. Congress inside the house. If your house ain't in order, how the hell you gonna demand for something else to be in order? If your house is not in order. And that house ain't been in order for how long, ladies and gentlemen? How long the Democrats and the Republicans been fighting, y'all? Fake fighting. Because they're all friends at the end of the day. They all friends, ladies and gentlemen. It's an illusion. It's a hocus pocus in your face. That's all it is. Them people golf and shit together, y'all. But they make it seem like, this party is racist and this party is against it. They all the same, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day. They all bleed red. They all go through medical issues. They got family members inside their families that's not on the right track, on the right path. It's a big illusion, ladies and gentlemen. It's a big illusion when it comes to politics. I'm going to tell you what you want to hear. But once I get into that position, I'm going to turn a Scooby-Doo on you. I'm going to turn straight to Scooby-Doo on you. And this is what happens inside of the politic chambers. It's all about who you know, ladies and gentlemen. I don't give a damn how much money you got. It's all about who you know. You can have $1 billion and be a lonely boo. You heard? It's people with millions of dollars, thousands and hundreds of dollars that's lonely as a motherfucker. That's lonely as a mofo. So when you say, yeah, I want to move out the community, you know, this, that, the third, where you going at? Where you going at? As long as you in America, you're going to be treated the same way wherever you go. And this ain't no race issue. I'm talking about we the people, the American people. You got poor blacks, you got poor whites, you got poor Puerto Ricans, you got poor Italians, you got poor Chinese folks. You got everybody that was born in the community in the hood. Everybody got different nationality friends. Everybody. And at the end of the day, we all bleed red. Every last single one of us. So when you try to divide and conquer, you ain't doing nothing but making a fool out of yourself. It's about what you can do for the American people. If you're going to do some fighting, fight for the cause of America, where you at, where you live at. But I understand a lot of our veterans did do that. They lost limbs. They lost brothers and sisters during the fight. And they come home to this foolishness. They come home to this foolishness. So I ask you, ladies and gentlemen, when are we going to take and hold the U.S. Congress or the House accountable for their actions? Why they always got to hold us accountable? Why we can't hold them accountable when we elect these people into that position? When are you going to stand up for your rights? Ladies and gentlemen. And then you ask yourself, do your vote really count? Do your vote really count? Everything you voted for, they going against. Even inside Congress, inside the House, how many people inside the Congress that can vote on one thing and everybody vote on it and one president can come veto it or a governor can veto it? 50 votes, we agree to it. But one president and one governor can veto it, veto the bill that the people's voted for. It was unanimous. But the president can veto one person against 50 can veto a bill. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I come up here to tell you, it's one big illusion. You've been bamboozled by the finest snake tongue talking politricians that's out there. Both parties are the same. Democrats and Republicans are the same. You got one red team, you got one blue team. You got the Crips and you got the Bloods inside the House fighting amongst each other. And then say we got to prosecute the youth or the people that's out here causing mayhem. Gangs, right? Gangs. Who the fucking biggest gang in the United States? The fucking Congress. They the one that passed bills. But one man can veto that. 275 people voted yes. One man came up on the podium and said, I'm vetoing this. So your 275 votes ain't mean nothing. But it goes to show you, ladies and gentlemen, do your vote really count? If 5,000 people voted for yes and one person voted no and vetoed it, did your vote count? That's the question that need to be asked. So we got to hold the U.S. Congress and the House accountable for their actions. And need be, must be, we got to overthrow that shit, y'all. It's laws in place for the American people to overthrow the House. Research, or do the research. I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, you can research it. The overthrow of the U.S. government. It's right there at your fingertips. But if you don't want to do it, I'll do it for you. How about that? Wilmington, 1898, when white supremacists overthrew a U.S. government. See that, ladies and gentlemen? You see that? A violent mob whipped into a frenzy by politicians tearing apart a town to overthrow the elected government. This was in 1898. White supremacists moved into the U.S. port of Wilmington in North Carolina, then the largest city in the state. They destroyed black-owned businesses, murdered black residents, and forced the elected local government, a coalition of white and black politicians, to resign immediately. See that? A white mob did that in 1898. Following state elections in 1898, white supremacists moved into the U.S. port of Wilmington, North Carolina, then the largest city in the state. They destroyed black-owned businesses, murdered black residents, and forced the elected local government, a coalition of white and black politicians, to resign immediately. Whatever you got in your hand, drop that shit and keep it moving. And we're going to take over from here. That was in 1898, ladies and gentlemen. A mob burnt down the offices of Wilmington Daily Record. It was a mob of them, y'all. It was a mob of them, ladies and gentlemen. So don't tell me the government can't be overthrown, because it was overthrown in 1898. All right? But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to come up here and drop a video for my elderly and veterans. Keep your head up. You know, y'all got to stop voting for these people. Stop letting them use scare tactics on y'all. You must stop letting these puppetricians use scare tactics on y'all. Every time it's a year away from a big election that's coming, which is president's election in 2024. So we get y'all uptight, get y'all timid now, and make y'all, you know, bow down to us, get back in line, and do what I tell y'all to do. But when is enough, ladies and gentlemen? The same situation that's going on in the black African American community, black on black crime. When is it going to be enough of Democrat on Republican crime? And crime don't always mean stealing and robbing and looting. It can mean a house that's not organized. That's a crime in the eyes of the American people, because y'all not showing no type of professionalism in the whole situation. But you can aid these other countries with billions of dollars. So if y'all don't want the next 1898 to occur, and I mean the American people, you can't stop us, the American people. When the American people come together and want to overthrow something, you can't stop it. Just that little January the 6th incident that happened. Just imagine if the whole U.S. was on board with the same shit that happened January the 6th. How y'all gonna stop that? Drop bombs on your own peoples? Huh? That's how you gonna stop it? You gonna drop bombs from the air? But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, and all my elders and veterans that's out there, keep your head up. You know, keep your head up. It's most definitely going to get much better before it get worse, all right? But with that being said, until the next time, ladies and gentlemen, Black African American community, you already know I'm on y'all neck. I got my foot on y'all neck until y'all get y'all shit together. I don't care who don't like the videos that I'm dropping or what I'm talking about when it comes to the Black African American community. Because we got to come up with a solution. And it starts in the house. Right? It starts in the house, ladies and gentlemen. So get your house intact and then branch on out and then speak what you want to speak to the next neighbor. But until your house is intact, you can't talk about putting somebody else's house intact, and your house ain't even intact. And that goes for you too, U.S. Congress, the House. This is who this video is really for, U.S. Congress. Stop playing with the American people. With that being said, peace.